Hi all, and welcome to the first in what is planned to be a series of videos for beginners in Excel. I've been using Excel on and off for 30 years, and I just wanted to spend some time transferring some of my knowledge online for those who may be interested in picking up Excel skills for themselves. The first question you may be asking is, why would you even be interested in learning Excel? And I could go into many different reasons, but my aim is to keep these videos 20-30 minutes long, and so I'll just cut to the chase and say employment, employability, and earning potential. Something like 82% of most middle management positions require some level of Excel skills. And just to have a look at exactly how ubiquitous Excel skills are in demand in the job sector, I decided to have a look at two job sites. I looked at one for the UK, which was Total Jobs, and as you can see, as at today, the 15th of February 2024, there are currently almost 11,000 Microsoft Excel jobs advertised in the UK. And when I say Microsoft Excel jobs, Excel is part of the skill set requirement for these jobs. They range all across the country, as you can see, breakdown there, as this isn't area specific, and they range across all sorts of salaries, from starting salaries of 10,000 all the way up to salaries of over 100,000. And you can see that half of them have been posted in the last 24 hours. Direct employer, agency, permanent, contract, temporary. So if you're looking for a job that's going to have any office-based element, then having Excel skills is going to make you much more employable, open the market up to you for a broader range of opportunities. And also, as you can see, it spans the full range of income. So you can start, if you're new to the market, and as you're advancing your career and your chosen field, and increase your Excel skills along with other things, it could take you certainly up to higher earning potential. So that's the UK, and I did the same in the US, considering I expect my videos will get a decent amount of traffic in the US. Microsoft Excel, again, I wasn't area specific, and it says 485,000. And again, as you can see, there are all sorts of different jobs in different professions, and no doubt across all sorts of income levels. I mean, this one here is a business relations coordinator, remote, $16 to $28. So if you're wanting to change your career, you're just starting out in the jobs market, hoping to increase your salary, then advancing your Excel skills could certainly be one way to help you achieve that. Now, the next thing I want to look at is obviously if you're deciding to go and work through this series of lessons, tutorials, whatever you want to call it, you're going to want to get a copy of Excel. Now, if you've already got it, that's fine. If you don't, it's very simple. Just go online, put in Microsoft Excel, click on your first link that takes you to the Microsoft Excel page, and if you can scroll down the bottom, you can see the various options. Obviously this is for home, this is for business. I'm assuming that if you're a business, you've probably got Excel. If it's for home use, these are the two that you'll be looking at. If you just want the free version, you can get a free version. It's online only, so it's web based, and that's going to be fine for starters. And if you're like me, you prefer to have access to the full 365 Microsoft Office suite, and you want a version that's going to be on your PC, not web-based, and it also comes with 1 terabyte of cloud storage, then you can pick that up for $5.99 a month. I guess in the States that may be what, $7.99 USD. And there is also an annual payment option. Not quite sure where that is on here. I know I pay one off annually, and I pay $59.99 for my subscription to Microsoft 365. But there you go. So it isn't very expensive, but if you just want to get started for free, just sign up for free and get it on your computer. If you prefer this because you want to learn some more of these other applications, and you think having a free terabyte of storage in the cloud is worth it, then you can get this one for $5.99 a month. All you have to do is sign up or download it, and once you've done that, go into your little bar at the bottom here, and all you have to do is type in Excel, and it will come up on your computer, and you can just double click it, and it brings you to the Excel open screen page. This will be hidden because this contains sort of like sheets and workbooks I've been working on. Some of it may or may not be information that I don't want you to see. And here you have the option of opening different workbooks and templates and stuff. All you really want to do is go in here and open a blank workbook. You just need to click on it once, and now you are in Excel. This is basically an Excel workbook, and this one sheet you're looking at is known as an Excel worksheet. I have put together this little graphic for us to look at, so we can just have a look at the various elements and layout of an Excel sheet, and I'll run through each one. So at the top of your Excel sheet, you've got this here, which is known as the quick access toolbar. This is a customizable toolbar of frequently used commands. What you're looking at here is the default layout. So it's got your save. You can turn autosave on or off. I would suggest turning it on. There's nothing worse than when you've been working through a spreadsheet and it hasn't auto-saved, and then you lose all the work you've been working on. Now, if it's in the cloud these days, it tends to back up, so that might not be an issue, but for years and years working in offices, every now and then you might hear someone swear because they didn't have autosave turned on. They may have been working on something for a couple of hours and lost it all. So that's what that is. This is an undo if you've made a mistake, you can press that to undo it. This is a redo if you've undone something but you want to put it back again, you can do that. That little drop down arrow, by the way, is how you can add other commands to the quick access toolbar. And this is just the name of the workbook that you're currently working on. Next, underneath that, we've got the Excel ribbon. Now, the Excel ribbon is your UI access tool for Microsoft Excel commands. These are the Excel ribbon tabs that you can see at the top. Again, these are the default ones, and for ease of navigation, Microsoft Excel commands are grouped into these various they're grouped along the lines of the action that each command does, and then when you click on each of these tabs, these groups have then been subdivided into further groups of commands, as you can see. So that's the Excel ribbon. Underneath this here, you've got the name bar. This shows the name of the current active cell. Now, the current active cell is this cell here that has a green box around it. And the name of a cell, or the location of a cell, is effectively the sum of its coordinates. Its column coordinate, which is these at the top, these are column headers, and its row coordinate, which are these vertical numbers down the side. So the location stroke name of a cell is the intersection of a column and a row. So this cell is A1. It's the active cell because it's got a green box around it, and therefore at the name bar at the moment it says cell A1. And as you can see, these are called rows, these are called columns. This is the column header, this is the column row, this is the row header, and these, you can use these to select the full row, so the full column or the full row. Next to the name bar, what you have is something called the formula bar. And the formula bar is where you can input, edit, and change the data, formula, sum, function, etc. within a cell. That's what the formula bar is. And then underneath the formula bar, this is effectively the worksheet. Now at the bottom of a worksheet, you've got a worksheet tab. The worksheet tab is where you can name, select, and organize your worksheets. This button here to the right of it is your add new worksheet tab. If you click on that, it will add another worksheet. A workbook can be made up of many worksheets. A workbook is the collective name of the whole file that you save down. So when you file save that and name it whatever you've got in here, all these individual worksheets will be that workbook. The little green to the left of it here is your worksheet tab scroll. If you've got many worksheets that go all the way across here and then get hidden behind this scroll bar, you could navigate left and right using that. We've got vertical scroll bar and horizontal scroll bar, because off the top of my head right now, I don't know how many rows and columns there are, but it's an awful lot. I'll look it up and I'll put the number on the screen as a comment. Yeah, so you get to scroll off the worksheet both horizontally and vertically. Then at the bottom here, you've got the zoom bar where you can just change the view scale to zoom in or zoom out on the worksheet. So that is the very basics of the layout of an Excel workbook stroke worksheet. We'll just flip back to it, see if we can have a quick look. As you can see, that's where you can add extra things to the quick access toolbar. This is where you access the different command groupings, and as you can see, every time you do that, the ribbon changes the sub commands underneath. Obviously in time we will go through many of these and introduce you to what a lot of them are. This, as we say, is a column header, and if you click on it with your left mouse button, you'll see that it highlights the whole column. Maybe easier to do it that way so you can see. And again, if you do it along there, you can see it highlights the whole row. This is a cell, the active cell there. You can see it says G6 in the name bar, and as we move it, you can see it changes. If you click on, let's just click on a single cell. If you click in there, as I say, the formula bar, and you type something, can't even spell. Now you can see you entered it in the formula bar and it appeared on the Excel worksheet. I just say that this is where you rename the worksheets, and this is where you add more worksheets. And if these went all the way along, and then add a few more, this is how you can navigate. There you go, see, it's navigating across the sheets that we've added in and back again. The active sheet, by the way, is the one that was highlighted. So that's one we're active on at the moment, but we don't want to be on that one. So just navigate back. Let's go back onto hello. That's why you couldn't see that. That disappears when we go, because that's the sheet we're looking at, and that is on this hello sheet. And this is for scrolling. As you see it scrolls, and again scrolls down, and it will keep scrolling down. And this is the zoom in and out. So that's what that is. And that's it basically. And when you've finished with your workbook, all you have to do is click File, Save As, and then you ask it, you tell it where you want it to save and what you want to call it. And there you go. Now you'll see that it's saved because the name has changed to what we just saved it as. The last thing I'll show you before we close this introduction to the layout is if you press Alt, what you will see is these yellow buttons appear with letters next to them. These are your ribbon shortcuts. So you just press Alt 1, and then if you press one of the corresponding letters, M for example, takes us to the formula. Yeah. And then if we press F, it brings up the function because that was the shortcut. If we've got the shortcut on and we want to turn it off, all we have to do is hit Alt again and it switches off. And that is our first 24-minute video on an introduction to Excel, why it's worth learning, how you can get it on your computer, how much it costs, how to open a blank workbook, and what each of the elements of the worksheet are. And so I hope that was useful. I didn't want to go in too in depth today. The next lesson I'll show you how to navigate around the worksheet and enter data, format data, etc. So thanks very much for your time, and I look forward to taking you on our beginner's journey into Excel. See you all soon. Thanks. Bye bye.